So before we show the final game in the Coliseum, it's time for our daily check-in to see if the White Sox became the worst team of all time. And you know what? They're on the verge of sweeping the Angels, and after a 7-run fifth inning, they're going to do exactly that. 3 consecutive W's. The Halos defense completely crumbled around Tyler Anderson, which allowed Andrew Vaughn and Lenyn Sosa to drive in a pair of RBIs. Lenyn Sosa has been insane this month. There was errors galore. Then Brian Ramos had an RBI. Zach DeLoach had an RBI. Dom Fletcher, who started the inning with a single, had an RBI. The White Sox won 7-0 after veteran Chris Flexen tossed 6 1/3 shutout with 7 punch-outs. The White Sox are quite literally fighting off history, but the Halos just made history. They have the most losses in their franchise's history. Now, we had a little bit of controversy. I say a little tiny bit because a lot of baseball fans were wondering why Grady Sizemore moved Garrett Crochet's start to facing the Tigers, and honestly, I've been talking to some Tigers fans, and honestly, you guys know I'm a Grady fanboy. I love this. Tigers fans, they want to face Garrett Crochet, which fires me up because they want to face Garrett so they can show the world that they can score on anyone, which gets me fired up as a baseball fan. Good on Grady for giving us passionate baseball this late in the season. Good on Tigers fans for taking it in stride. They want the best of the best heading into October. Not the White Sox as a team, but Garrett Crochet, you can't discount what he's done this year. He's been insane, and that's a great test heading into October. Here we go, guys. The last hoorah. The final game in the Coliseum. A's fans, they packed the house. Almost 50,000 people showed up to watch the final game in Oakland. Ricky threw out the first pitch. Barry Zito, he sang the national anthem. Now, I do want to show the RBI ground out off the bat of J.J. Bleday. Shea Langoliers had a sac fly that knocked in the second run when the good old Coliseum sun reminded us it's still undefeated. I remember back in the day when Josh Hamilton whiffed the ball, and I think it was a wild card game or something like that, but it was because of that Coliseum sun. Bleday gets the free RBI. That is not an error. Texas, they put a few runs on the board, and they were looking for more when J.J. Bleday went full extension, Superman in center field. What a grab. On top of making a lot of sick catches throughout the year, he had 43 doubles, 20 home runs, a 121 OPS plus, so he's finally breaking out. Mason Miller, he ends it with a 104-mile-per-hour fastball, his 28th save. Mark Kotze, he gave a speech to the crowd. He's the manager, and he also played for them. Also, I do want to show this. I don't know if this was against the ownership, but he allegedly flipped off ownership with a bunch of the groundskeepers because these guys are losing their jobs after spending decades with the team. Anytime I saw a tribute video come across my timeline with the Moneyball music, it honestly just kind of broke me. And also, if you guys want a more inside and personal look into that final game, Gamer Athletics, he's known as Gabe, he posted a full vlog on it. I'll link it in the description. I'll pin it in the comments. Go show some love. And a lot of randoms on the internet are like, Fuzzy, aren't you happy that this is happening? You get baseball in Vegas. I am from Vegas, but I wanted an expansion team like the Golden Knights, like the Las Vegas Aces. I wanted a team to call my own. Do you know how bad I feel essentially stealing a team from another fan base? It doesn't feel great, and you can't win in my situation. If I go to a game, I'm a sellout. If I don't go, I miss out on something I've been dreaming about since I was a kid. So yeah, I do feel bad for A's fans. I want you guys to go support Gamer Athletics and other A's fans on social media because, man, my heart goes out to them. The Tigers are on the verge of winning 5 in a row. They're playing like the team and Angels in the outfield, like they're literally being aided by the baseball gods. We have more kids skipping class. Do not show that to their teachers. Reese Olson, 2 strikeouts in the second inning. I love his stuff. He is one of my favorite pitchers to watch in all of baseball, not just even my own division. Now, he wasn't perfect. This is a crowd-silencing 2-run double. It ended up 3-0 on a wild pitch, but that was out the hand of Casey Mize. The crowd is back into it. Colt Keith with a huge triple. Matt Vierling, he can fly, so he scores easy. Pinch hitter, Scary Kerry Carpenter, he got it back within 1. The crowd is going bananas again, and the rookies showed up again. Colt Keith, he ties it at 3. Here we go again. Tigers fans are being treated to yet another insane comeback. Justin Henry Malloy, he just skied and went to Jose Siri, who has one of the best arms in all of baseball. Are they going to test him? They do, but Vierling can fly. They send him. He beats the absolute cannon of a throw, and Jason Foley, he shut the door with his 27th save with 98 on the paint. One more W or one more Minnesota loss gives them a wild card spot. Same with the Royals, who are currently taking care of business down in Washington. They are looking for a sweep. Hunter Renfroe, he loves facing Patrick Corbin. He's hoping that Patrick doesn't retire because he rakes that guy. 425 5 feet. Tommy Pham grabbed the lead with a blooper, and Bobby, he finally got on the board with his first RBI of the series. Yuli Gurriel made it 4-1, and good thing that he did, because Luis Garcia Jr., his breakout season is not stopping. It's 4-4. He's got 17 home runs and 21 stolen bases. Patrick Corbin made it, I think, 5 1/3, 5 2/3, something like that. He gets a standing ovation for what he did years ago in the 2019 World Series out the pen. He's finally off the payroll. Maybe that's why they're standing. Anyways, I'm sorry, Patrick. Adam Frazier, he plated a pair in the 9th. Salvi, he's hacking at the first pitch for another RBI, as Lucas Erceg, his 14th save, does complete the sweep. So because those two teams won, I believe that's what just eliminated the Mariners. Yeah, the Mariners are officially done, which is crazy because I thought that they were going to be pretty good, but regression hit them bad. There was awful timed health issues all throughout the year. They even fired their manager. Just not great if you're a Mariners fan, but hopefully they have a bounce back next year. It is make or break time for the Twins, and Miami got off to a hot start. They're already up 4-0 after a bunch of RBIs from Berger, Edwards, and that's when Correa and his buddy said, enough. This is it. Correa went 430, and the rookie Brooks Lee just saved the season, a 2-run double that was only possible because Xavier Edwards, the shortstop for the Marlins, made another error. I don't think he's their shortstop of the future defensively because he's got negative 10 outs above average. So Brooks Lee does force extras, and he's all fired up. The Twins season is back alive, and each team, they traded RBIs, so we go to the 10th inning or something like that. It's 5-5, and it's only 5-5 because Derek Hill saved a walk-off double from Willie Castro, just a crazy, like, falling over catch. That's a sac fly. We go to the 12th. Dude, this cannot happen. Even the broadcast was upset. They called it a circus. The 13th we go, rookie Otto Lopez laced the go-ahead double. By the way, Otto Lopez plays for the Marlins. Here's another rookie, Griffin Conine. Oh, no. Correa, he tapped out after that to end the game. Minnesota, they need the Royals or the Tigers to get swept to stay alive. Corbin Burns was cooking early, but Stanton made sure that Corbin did not strike out the side in the second like he did in the first. 27 home runs for Stanton, 429 for his career. Corbin Burns, he was still really good, though. I think he had 7 strikeouts over 3, which is disgusting. Just that one mistake to Giancarlo Stanton. Garrett didn't have the easiest 6th inning, but the thing is, his next start isn't for another 8 days, so he can kind of empty the tank. He thought he had strike 3. It was a ball, to be fair, just by a little bit. He reared back for 98. He's staring down the umpire. Aaron Judge, he had a walk to load them up. Austin Wells then took a walk with the bases loaded, and Giancarlo Stanton went to the gap. A huge day for him. How about a massive 4 RBI day after clearing the bases? Rizzo, another multi-RBI base hit. That is a 2-run single. This was a statement game in my opinion. It's 7-0. Garrett Cole is pumping Ched on the mound. He goes 6 2/3, shutout, got a standing ovation. He tipped his cap, and Aaron Judge made it 5 games in a row. He has 58 home runs, 99 home runs between him and Soto. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, 315 home runs and like 3,500 at-bats. That's insane. The Yankees clinched the East, and I think for the 50th time in their history, at least in the American League, they finished in first place, and that's a lot. They're probably not going to finish first in Major League Baseball. That's because I think it's going to go to the Dodgers. The Dodgers can also clinch their division with a W. Look at Will Smith teeing off. That's a 2-run home run, his 20th of the season. The emotion is just oozing out of these guys. He's tossing the bat. This postseason is going to be a postseason of the ages. I'm calling it right now. They had some catcher's interference, which led to Ohtani. That's a base that he got it through. LA is up a run, and Mookie, it's a 5 spot in the 7th inning. Now, if you guys aren't looking, I'm not saying look because it's fun. It made me cringe. Thankfully, Freddie Freeman is going to be okay. They said that he should be fine for the division series, and thank goodness they have a first-round bye, but that did not look good. Andy Pages, these guys are ready. The second bat flip of the game. Ohtani, he just made some insane history. He collects 400 total bases. That is the most since 2001. Look at the names on this graphic right here. 400 total bases is mythical for people in general, let alone a guy rehabbing from Tommy John, and he had a 2.3 ERA, and he finished 4th in Cy Young a few years ago. It's not glazing. It's just simply stating the facts. We will never see another Ohtani ever again. He's a unicorn. He's a 1 of 1, and by the way, that's the 11th time in 12 seasons that the Dodgers have won the West. The Brew Crew won pretty easy. Eric Haas, he jolted a double after Sal Frelick legged out a hustle double, and by the way, Eric Haas has been really good. A 132 OPS plus in about 29 games. The Brew Crew ended up with 5 runs after Terang, Perkins, Joey Ortiz all drove in an RBI, and they're not too worried about the long balls because Aaron Savali was unhittable. 6 more shutout innings thanks to the help of the future Gold Glove winner, Bryce Strang. I think that he's probably going to win it for second baseman in the National League, unless you guys can think of someone else. He steals a hit away from Kutch. Savali has a 2.5 ERA over his last 9 starts. Brian Daly Cruz, Tip my cap to you, sir. A cannonball. He raises his Pittsburgh OPS plus to 43. He's been awful. IKF also has been not great. A 70 OPS plus. They had a terrible trade deadline, but at least the Pirates got Nick York. I do like him. 18 runs. 18 runs were scored between both teams. Lars Nootbaar is hunting. That is a first pitch home run. Goldie make it back-to-back. I think that's his 22nd home run. Michael Toglia, we've talked about this before. They call him Big Mike because he's just a big dude named Mike. He hit one a little bit too hard for Jordan Walker. You got to catch that. In comes Charlie Blackmon. Nolan, my friend, get going, ball. It's off the wall for a game-tying double, but staying with Nolan Jones, my friend. He pulled a Jordan Walker. You guys know I'm a Jones fanboy, but he's got to catch that ball. Victor Scott scores all the way from first base. Lars Nootbaar, he collected a second RBI extra base hit. And oh no, an inning from hell for Nojo. He misjudged it again, then slipped. You just got to feel bad at that point. His teammates at least had his back. Chuck Nasty, that is a 2-run home run, maybe the final of his career. He then tied it with a sac fly. But this is Coors Field. Home runs are king. Ivan Herrera and Pedro Pages, they both mashed big boy home runs. St. Louis, they used the long balls to go up by 3, but maybe the home runs are king thing was a lie because Colorado stormed back without a home run. Aaron Schunk, that's an RBI single. Ezekiel Tovar, he leads the entire National League with 45 two-baggers after this 2-run double. McMahon, that is a go-ahead base hit. It's 9-8. 10-8 after Michael Toglia nearly left the yard. Toglia has a 350 on base and a 120 OPS plus in the second half. He has 25 home runs and 11 DRS on the season. One of the sneakier power defense players in baseball. Well, everyone, that does it for today's recap. I'm going to end today's video by saying please go over to Gamer Athletics Gabe. Check out his farewell to Oakland and the Coliseum. Man, it's just, it's emotional. I'll catch you guys over there. Have a great day and enjoy the web gems.
Oh, what a snag. This one is center field. JJ Bleday on the move and diving.
This was, man.
Let's hit towards Wilson to Geloff. On to first.
To shortstop. Trey Sweeney from the grass. Is it going to get?
Vargas loops one to the left field corner. A long run for Ward. A dive. Roll to the right side. Farmer dives. Pops to his feet. Throws him